Hey guys! Before we jump into the lesson, we're going to go ahead and do an exercise to get ready for the lesson. But first, I want to introduce somebody special to me. This is my niece, Madeline.
Hi guys!
She's going to be helping me, so keep your eyes on her. First, you're going to come down to the ground like Miss Madeline is. Your hands are going to be down on the ground, your feet are going to be on the ground, but your knees are going to be up. Second, you're going to bring one of your knees into your belly, just like Madeline's doing, and bring it back down. And we're going to do the other leg. Bring your leg into your belly, back down. Start with the other leg again. Bring your knee into the belly and place it back down. And do it again with the other leg. Beautiful. You guys try. Good job, guys. Now I want to give you a little bit of a challenge. I'm going to show you the advanced level. Ready? Hands down, feet down. And now we're going to do it really fast, okay? Yeah! Good job, guys. Are you going to try with me? Good job. All right, guys, you keep up the hard work. Let's jump into that lesson. What's up, Common Ground and beyond? We've got CG Little Kid Director here. My name is Carmen, and I have a very special guest here with me today. It's Common Ground's lead teacher for the 4 and the 5 room. This is Miss Angela.
And today, we're learning about Abraham.
Abraham? Is that still in the book of Genesis?
It is still in the book of Genesis. Let's go live to Owen Park, and Mr. Day is going to tell us all about it.
Yeah!
Yo, and what's going on? Welcome to the historic Owen Park here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're here to tell the very, very important story of Abraham. Now, do you guys remember Noah? Noah's Ark? Yeah, the crazy boat rocking the waves across the earth. Then the Tower of Babel, right? Where God scrambled everybody's languages so they had to disperse all over the world. Well, Abraham was a relative of Noah. A very, very distant one, but a relative. But to tell the story of Abraham, there's 2 big things you need to know. One, Abraham was not a young man. Abraham was actually 100 years old during this story. Second thing you gotta know is about his wife. Though she was amazing and gorgeous woman named Sarah. She was very old as well. She was 90. Now normally, ages wouldn't matter in a story for us, but it's very, very important with this one, and Carmen's gonna tell you why.
It's important because of the promise that God made Sarah and Abraham. He promised them that they were going to have a baby. Now, normally that wouldn't be a really big deal, except they were old. Do you remember how old Dane told you they were? Sarah was 90 and Abraham was 100 years old. And normally, when you're that old, you aren't able to have babies.
But we all know anything is possible with God. So Abraham and Sarah waited patiently for God to make his promise come true. And then one day, boom, it did. Sarah was pregnant with a baby. Do you know what the baby's name was? They named the baby Isaac. And God had some very big plans for Abraham, Sarah, and Isaac.
Eventually, Isaac was born. And Sarah and Abraham couldn't be happier. They loved him so much and took such good care of him as he grew from a baby to a cute little toddler to a strapping young man. And things were going really smooth until God decided he would test Abraham's faith.
God tested Abraham in a very, very, very big way. You know what he asked him to do? Sacrifice his only son. That's right, little Isaac. Now, do you know what sacrifice means? Sacrifice means giving up something that you love dearly for someone else. Now, God was asking Isaac to go up to heaven with him. But that would leave Abraham and Sarah very sad and lonely, right? But Abraham and Sarah were obedient and they trusted God with every bone in their body. So Abraham went up the mountain with young Isaac, just as God had asked.
When they made their way to the top of the mountain, Abraham was preparing Isaac to go up to heaven to be with God.
And right as Abraham was saying goodbye to Isaac, God said, "Stop! Don't do it!" That's right, it was just a test. God just wanted to know that Abraham and Sarah loved him enough to sacrifice their only son for him. Isaac was to return home to his mother and father with big plans ahead of him.
That's right, Mr. Dane. Isaac and his family went on to do amazing things in Israel. So, Miss Angela, what do we learn from the story today?
Well, we learned that as long as we trust God, we're faithful to God, that He will fulfill all of His promises to us.
God never breaks his promises. That's so cool. Angela, can we go and say a prayer?
Yeah, awesome. All right, let's shake out our hands, spot together, close your eyes, bow your heads. Dear God, thank you so much for loving us so much that you fulfill all of your promises to us if we're faithful and trusting to you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week.